think we're ready to start, guys? Yeah? Oh, we're ready to go. Very
Someone
good.
sounds enthusiastic in the front row.
Okay, so if we can have your attention. Good morning. How are you all? Brilliant. Good to hear. Did you sleep well? No. No. Some people had to travel. I slept really well. If you ever get a chance, stay here. Lovely. Great hotel. But to business. Welcome to Tusla's third Child and Youth Participation Conference. My name is Rachel Foodie. I'm 17 years old, and I am part of the Mayo Youth Advisory Committee.
My name's Eric O'Connor. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Mount Mellick Youth Development Centre, and they're enthusiastic. And I'm a very strong advocate for having young people's voices heard and listened to. But enough about us. Now I'd like to introduce Fred McBride, CEO of Tusla.
I told them not to play that. I asked for Travis. Why does it always rain on me? But anyway, you're all very welcome this morning. Good morning to everybody. It's a great privilege for me to kick off this conference when I see so many people here in attendance. Our third conference, and of course it's growing by the year, which I think is just symptomatic or a testimony to the growth and development of our participation work as part of our whole prevention, partnership and family support programme. And just to say to you, I suppose maybe by way of reassurance, that participation work and our whole prevention, partnership, family support programme, it's not a fly-by-night, faddish kind of programme that we're going to support for a few years. Nothing like that. This is absolutely integral to what Tusla does. It should be embedded in all of our work. It's not a case of PPFS being over here and child protection and welfare being here and education welfare somewhere else. We're all working together and participation is a common theme right throughout all of the work that we do. And I'd like to kick off by congratulating everyone who's worked to bring the event today together. Including Aisling Gillen, of course, who's championed prevention, partnership and family support right from the beginning, and all members, indeed, of the participation working group and the participation conference subgroup. I've no doubt it'll be a great success today, and all of us here will learn from the excellent speakers and workshops taking place throughout the day, particularly learning from what young people have to say. And any time I've been at these events, the young people have been truly inspirational. So listen up, and I'm sure we'll all learn. I'd also like to offer a warm welcome to Professor Jana Hainsworth, who has travelled from Brussels to be here. I'll say a little bit more about Jana later. Jana and I actually had dinner in London a few months ago. It's a long story, so I won't go there. But look, a bit about participation. At Tusla, I hope you know by now, we believe that children and young people should be involved as much as possible in their care. You have the right to express their opinions and be listened to. But not only that, and you'll have heard me say before, it's more powerful than that. It's more fundamental than that. This is about really giving children and young people power and control over their own lives, with adults helping only in as much as is needed, and in line with young people's age and their understanding and their particular needs. Because it's children and young people and their families who are experts on their everyday living environment, and they are the crucial component in analysing and finding solutions to whatever problems and issues come up in their lives. And that's why Tusla staff and partner agencies have worked really hard to ensure that we facilitate much greater child and youth participation. And we want to embed that participation in our what we call our organisational culture. That really means just the way that we kind of go about our day-to-day business and how we behave. and so on. I think the aim of the conference is to present where we've got to so far and show the progress that we've made, including the variety of voices and issues that children and young people want to bring to bear today. So the theme of today's conference is, perhaps fittingly, where to from here. I think over the past few years we've achieved a huge amount. Certainly in the last year or 18 months in particular, we've achieved a huge amount. We've developed the National Children and Young People's Charters, which I launched, I think, a year or so ago. The Charter was developed to ensure our staff know how children and young people expect us to act and behave, how they expect us to treat them, and what kind of interactions they want with us when we work together. The Charter, I think, was a significant commitment from Tusla and an exciting step on our journey to full participation. So I think that's an acknowledgement that we're not just quite there yet. We are on a journey, a process, if you like, but we are making progress. And I think the Charter also illustrates our commitment to hearing and acting on what young people tell us. We've trained over 1,200 staff in child and youth participation. We've initiated 42 seed-funded projects. That means giving people, for the young people, it gives them a little bit of money to get started. And the people behind these are here today. They have undertaken really creative and inspiring work in getting children and young people involved. More than 35 project groups and teams have achieved the prestigious Investing in Children Award, and I think there'll be some awards given out later today. We've created 12 Tusla and EPIC young people's fora. We've initiated the development of a national child-friendly website to support children and young people in care. And finally, of course, we are at the final stages of having our own, our overall Tusla participation strategy. So hopefully you can see we've become an agency that's really committed to community involvement, and today you'll hear evidence, I think, and see some examples of some of that progress. In fact, today really is an example of participation in action, because the conference is co-run and organised by young people. Many of them you see here today. I think over 150 children and young people here today, which I'm absolutely delighted about. And some of them will be speaking at workshops about their experiences of being involved in organising and running this conference. The workshops have been drawn from services which successfully applied for the seed funding. They will give you an insight into how organisations and Tusla teams have ensured that broad participation exists within services. They'll also provide an opportunity to learn about the opportunities and challenges for youth participation within Tusla, because it's not straightforward. It's not a straightforward matter at all. There are some risks that need to be managed, but we nevertheless want to ensure that young people will stay involved in this work well into the future. It's not just a one-off project or a piece of work that lasts for a few years. It's integral to everything that we do. Finally, from me, I just wanted to say a little bit about our keynote speaker, who will come later on this morning, Jan Hainsworth. She's the Secretary General of Eurochild and is responsible for the day-to-day running of a network which brings together over 160 organisations and individuals from across Europe to promote the rights and welfare of children. And Jan benefits, I think, from a kind of bird's eye view, if you like, of European child welfare and protection systems. And our advocacy work focuses on tackling child poverty in Europe and reforming child protection systems away from institutional approaches to much more investment in family and community services, which strengthen people's control over their own destinies. We're delighted, obviously, to have her here today to share her knowledge and experience. I think, finally, the conference offers a significant opportunities for practitioners and staff to learn from one another, and, as I said earlier, in particular, to learn from young people who are directly affected by your work when you intervene in their lives. I hope you will carry the key messages from young people with you and apply them in your daily work. So I hope you all enjoy the day and leave the conference excited and invigorated and armed with practical ideas to bring children and young people into the heart of all of your work. Thanks very much.